So I believe that at this point the question needs to be asked, is Chris Roberts actually trying to destroy Star Citizen? Is he looking for ways to make sure players leave enough so as to say, you know what, this is unfortunate, but we can't go on this way. I need to close the company, declare bankruptcy, sell the assets, of which he has many, and just go on his merry way and just forget about it, which he will be able to do once this is no more. Or is it just a series of horrible choices? Well, that's what we'll talk about in this video. Guys, welcome to the channel, and I'll be reacting to one of the latest videos from Kamuro. 324 space is green. Chris, what are you doing? You know, before I get into this, it is unplayable. The game is unplayable as of right now. They've optimized it so poorly that it just fries your CPU. Oh, in mine it works great. Congratulations. Mine doesn't. And mine works great with all other games. Mine worked great up until 323. I could play 323, had no reason to because it sucks already. 324 is even worse. But 324, I cannot finish a session. Sooner rather than later, it just crashes in a horrible manner. And there's no point. Honestly, at this point, I would suggest not even trying it because, I mean, it could be that it screws up with your hardware. I mean, you're not supposed to run things this bad that are so poorly optimized, that change the speed of the ventilators. I mean, all of this crazy thing that you see from Chris Roberts makes me think that they're actually trying to sink the game so as to say, whoop, we gave it a good old try, but backers, noise, people were not giving us enough money. They didn't believe in the dream enough, when all of this is super suspicious. How many mistakes can you make? How much can you screw over that which was already working, as little as there was, but you had that at least, but now you go and change the flight model to something that only a complete simp fanboy could like. I mean, there's people that say that they like the drawers, that they didn't even work. But yeah, I like the inventory with the drawers just to put things. I mean, there's stupid people that say all kinds of nonsense. But for most, the great majority, we know what's going on. Now, in this case, we have, yes, that space is green. Let's listen to this.
Feedback is valuable is really bad because CRG is ignoring 99.99% of our feedback. At the end, CRG does what Chris wants. Now,
oh yeah, asking for your feedback is one of the lamest things they do.
Some of you might say, just look at Hubble images, look at all those colors and all those clouds. Well, first of all, those are false color images.
Yeah, that's not how space looks. It's black, pitch black, and spots of light with your stars. That's basically it.
This does not look.
There's not, and at some point, and Kamuro does explain that they use this as to show, but at some point, understand that even NASA does marketing. They need images that catch your attention. If all they show is black and white crap with space and white dots, it's kind of
like this. If you look with your naked eye, when we are looking out of our ships in space, we are using the good old Mark I eyeball. You would never see colors like this with your naked eye. You would never see clouds like this. This is a long exposure Hubble photo with false colors. How about some JWST images? James Webb Space Telescope. Look at those colors.
Yeah, it's not real.
Because it helps to interpret the images. It's a very useful tool, but you would never see it like this if you would look with your naked eye. Space is black with some stars. Space is not green.
Now space is green. And I don't know what it is, but honestly, even when you leave the cities and your hangar, flying through space alone, that still fucks up your computer. It is incredible what they've done.
We don't see fogs in space when we are using our good old Mark I eyeball. We would never see it because he knows he cannot even deliver 50%. Never see it like this if we just look out of a window. This is terrible. I get more and more the impression that Chris wants to destroy his game, wants to destroy his player base, because he knows he cannot even deliver 50% of the stretch goals in the next 5 years. So instead, Chris makes Star Citizen worse. People will leave, people will stop buying ships. Chris can say, we tried, but people lost interest, people stopped giving us money. So unfortunately, Star Citizen failed with the slow, arcadey, no fun master modes in 3.23, with terrible, very user-unfriendly Iron Man UI in 3.23, with item banks that are not any more realistic than local inventory, but make it much harder to use items, to equip items in 3.24, having to load our ships at outpost ourselves, using a magical handheld tractor beam in 3.24. And now we got green space in 3.20.
And they nerfed even the hand tractor. They nerfed that too. Why? Why are you nerfing things that you have no other choice but to use? I believe that may well be I mean, I have no definite answer, but I have the same suspicion. It's been commented before in my videos. Chris Roberts is trying to finish this thing. Not in actually making, no. He's trying to get rid of the company. Oh, why would he be? Well, because there is a point in which he already made a ton of money. He made a lot of money. So it's pretty simple. You made a ton of money. Now you're not making as much money as you were making before. Now you're getting heat for not finishing the game you were supposed to have finished a decade ago. Okay? Time keeps on going up. People are realizing. And it's getting to that point where keeping the business going. There's a reason why you see closed curtains. There's a reason why you see signs of going out of business, going bankrupt. There's a reason why these things happen. And the reason why these things happen is, first of all, people are not giving you enough money so as to make it profitable for you, right? So those ship sales are probably gonna have been going down quite a bit for a time now. And most of all, the projection is looking like shit. So if your projection is looking like shit, if you have costs that are enormous in your company, it gets to a point where you start losing money. Now, do you see Chris Roberts wasting his own money in this thing when he obviously cares so little? So there's some of these things that are speculation. There's some of these things that are guesstimating. And then there's certain unavoidable, uncomfortable facts and truths. Chris Roberts clearly does not give much of a fuck about Star Citizen. If not, it wouldn't be in this state that it is now. If not, it would be like the guy from Hello Games that's constantly like, yeah, shit, here we go, man. He's super excited about everything. He has constant interaction. It's been years since Chris Roberts has disappeared from the project. He obviously doesn't care. This is just a business for him. This is just an ATM for him. If this is not going well, he has to close down. He needs an excuse to close down. And hey, I always said I would be doing physical lies, and people didn't understand. Those haters, those normies, they didn't understand that we were physicalizing things. And now I have to close CIG. That sounds like a very nice excuse that a lot of idiots will actually believe. So he liquidates the assets. He takes actually a big check back home, and he's done, man. That's it. I mean, you see what I'm doing here? I'm absolutely wrong. So all fingers crossed. I'm absolutely wrong. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's going to be delivering Pyro next month. It's going to be 4.0, and next year 1.0 with 100 new star systems and aliens and homes and habs and base building and kindergarten so as to send your sim kids in space. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, hopefully. But we cannot be idiots. We cannot be these cult fanatics that just wish for the best. We're not even Chris Roberts is even showing his face around anymore here, man. Come on, are we stupid? Are we going to just fool ourselves, lie to ourselves to that point? I think that's what he's trying to do. I think he wants to end this once and for all and move on to other things like spending time in his mansions and his actual real yacht, physical eyes for real in the real world, and his money. He is not interested in doing any of this that you see here. He's clearly not into it anymore. It's probably been a long time since he stopped caring. See you next time.